Really have a special story to tell you about today. Folks, why don't you come on up? I want to talk today about Detective Geri Sanders. Very unique story for this week's Friday's Heroes. Geri is the longest serving member of the Albuquerque Police Department's Crimes Against Children unit. She's investigated, frankly, some of the worst crimes the city has seen. This is a very, very difficult place to work in public safety, is crimes against children. Frankly, she's had to see children that have been starved to death and witness autopsies of children and interviewed suspects who have done unthinkable things to the youth of our city. For that alone, she's a hero. I mean, I can't imagine doing that job day in and day out. Unfortunately, recently, Geri was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and she was forced to leave her unit after 15 years of stellar service. But she's continued to serve and work in the police department in the Crime Stoppers area of APD. She's been a hero to so many youth, and I'm frankly, I'm honored to be your mayor every day. But when I get a chance to talk about someone like Geri, it's really quite an honor. I'd like to have Chief Schultz come up, if he would, and tell us a little bit more about Geri's story. And Geri, unfortunately, cannot be with us today because of her health condition. But we have family members, and I'd like Chief Schultz to introduce you to some of these folks as well.
Well, thank you, Mayor, and I so wish that Geri could be here today with us. First of all, she'd be pretty mad that we were doing this because that's her personality. But Geri is one of the individuals, and we're very fortunate to have so many within the Albuquerque Police Department to go above and beyond every day. But she is the example of the examples. And as the mayor said, 15 years in crimes against children is unheard of. A typical assignment in crimes against children is anywhere from about 2 weeks, when people get in there and say, this is not the job for me, to about 3 or 4 years. Every once in a while we have somebody who would do more time than that, but we've never had anybody do a decade and a half. And that's because Geri so much cares about her kids. And that's how she has always described every one of the victims that she has ever represented. And when I say represent, she would prepare her cases in a way in which she wanted to make sure that justice would be served, because she was speaking for those kids who couldn't speak for themselves. And that's one of the things as Chief of Police has made me so proud of our organization, but even more proud of Geri. She is also one of 2 people who could get away with calling me Lieutenant. Many, many years ago as a lieutenant, she heard somebody call me that, and of course, as always, started laughing and said, I'm going to call you that as well. And even after I was no longer a lieutenant, I was still Lieutenant to her. So Greg, you got off lucky unless she's called you Lieutenant as well. Not only has Geri worked in, of course, crimes against children, but when she got ill, didn't want to give it up, went to Crime Stoppers. But something else that she's famous for is she also worked in backgrounds and did some backgrounds and helped us hire a lot of officers over the years when she was in backgrounds many, many years ago, including some folks that she reminded me that she hired that had achieved ranks higher than her. And she blamed me for that a little bit as well. But we're all pulling for Geri, and we had an opportunity this week to go out to the airport and welcome her home from Chicago from receiving some advanced treatment. Unfortunately, the treatment didn't do what we were all praying for. But when we were at the airport, we had over 200 people welcome her back from the department, from the community, the Police Oversight Commission. I know that made her feel good. It made me feel good as a chief of police, and she was determined to get home to Albuquerque. And we almost didn't get her home, but she made up her mind, and she came home. Joining me here today is her sister Lillie, and her brother Gregg, who's a lieutenant from Fresno, California. And what I'm going to ask the mayor to do is present a challenge coin, and it's not much for 20 years of service. But this challenge coin has our core values on it. And if anybody has ever lived up to the core values of the Albuquerque Police Department, it's Geri Sanders. And our core values are 4 simple words: integrity, fairness, respect, and pride. And that is Geri Sanders.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief. Lillie and Gregg, let me just say as a mayor, Geri's in my thoughts and prayers, as our entire community. And so give her our love and our respect and our sincere thank yous, and please accept this coin on our behalf.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless. I want to have Darren say a few words, and I'd like you folks to say something as well. I do want to invite Darren White up just briefly. Darren and I had worked in the same unit as Geri for a period of time. So Darren, would you come up and share a few thoughts with us as well?
Thanks, Mayor. It was for a short period of time because I left shortly after Geri came on, but it was the illuminating smile that you just captivated you, and she was just the sweetest, is the sweetest person in the entire world, and she would remind me as I moved on to do different things that she would tell me, don't think you're some big old muckety muck, because you're not. You're still just the sergeant in Crimes Against Children unit, and she's right. And the one thing about Geri is Geri had so many children that she became the voice for, and children who had unthinkable things done to them, and those victims put so much of themselves. They basically put their lives in Geri's hands. And right now, Geri's in God's hands. That's right. And he will see what is fit. We pray for her. We're pulling for her. And we wish her well. But this Friday's Heroes is about somebody who did amazing work as a detective in Crimes Against Children. And I think the chief said it right. She represents everything that is good about the Albuquerque Police Department. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers.
And as Chief Schultz lets you know, Lillie Allen is Geri's sister, and Gregg Sanders is Geri's brother. Gregg is a police officer at the Fresno Police Department. Would you come up and share some thoughts with us today? I would certainly appreciate it as well.
Much. Hello, on behalf of my sister Geri, I'd like to thank the chief, the mayor, and the city of Albuquerque. You know, it's been a rough road for us. Geri loves everyone, and she really believes in the children. But on a better note, okay, we had some good times, and I want to thank everyone for meeting us at the airport. Geri loved it, and she got teary-eyed like I am now. And she's just a good-hearted person. And even growing up with Geri and I call her 64, and that's her name because she was always older than she was. So she used to fight my battles for me. And so now I'm here to help her fight one of hers. But you know, I'll never give up as long as there's a God. But I want to thank each and every one of you. I sincerely appreciate it from our hearts. And on behalf of our family, we love all of you guys. And if you come to Fresno, you're always welcome. Okay? And I used to be the public relations officer for 3 years for Fresno PD. And I really enjoyed it. And so I come out here and I see all the love that everyone gives us and the admiration, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much.